Hey, what's poppin', pumpkins and peanut butters? It's your favorite supreme leader, Cameron. And today we're going to be going through the best playmaking badges in NBA 2K21, what they do, and as well as some combinations that I show you guys for like certain builds, certain play styles, all that kind of stuff. But before we get into the video, guys, if you could smash that like and subscribe button, as well as comment down below what your favorite badge in NBA 2K21 is, or playmaking badge that is. Also check out bballcases.com, link in the description if you guys want any high quality NBA or NBA 2K phone case. First of all, we're looking at ankle breaker, okay? Ankle breaker is obviously exactly what it says it is, okay? This badge will allow you to break ankles. Also, don't forget, ankle breaker doesn't just drop people, okay? If you get a slight ankle breaker, your defender might freeze, they're not able to move, and you can get an easy drive. So just because you're not dropping people when the ankle breaker badge is activating doesn't mean it's not doing anything. It's helping you get open shots. Now, Bailout is another really good badge. A lot of people like this badge. It allows you to throw high percentage passes out of shots and layups, all those kinds of things. Now, this is actually way more bailout than you might think, because you can take a shot, and if you're not sure if your defender can actually get there in time, for example, you've got ankle breaker, you break someone's ankles, and then they actually recover quicker than you might think they are, and then you can throw it like a full court pass out of a shot. It's ridiculous when you get this badge high up, especially on Hall of Fame. Now, Break Starter is another good badge, okay? Now, the only downside to Break Starter is that you actually have to get the defensive rebound for this badge to activate. So if you're just looking as a guard, you know, I get the center gets the rebound and then I kick it out to the wing. No, this badge will not activate. As it says, after grabbing a defensive board, deep outlet passes made to the court more accurately. Passes must be made quickly after following the defensive rebound. So you guys do not actually have to be a center or someone that gets the rebounds for this badge to be effective. Now, Dimer obviously is another really good badge. Dimer, I'm sure you guys, all of you know, this is a tier 1 playmaking badge, okay? It makes your teammates allow them to hit more shots. So if you pass it to them, you have Hall of Fame Dimer, they're more likely to hit the shot. Downhill is going to give you an overall speed boost when you're in transition. So if you're running the fast break, you're going to be way faster. And trust me, downhill will make a significant boost to your speed. Dream Shake, now this is a post move badge, okay? So post moves, if you're in the post, obviously this is more for big man, so this is kind of a big man badge in the playmaking section. Post moves fake a higher chance of stunning a defender, also a shot attempts following the post moves, and shot fakes have an increased shot percentage. So pretty much if you guys go to a shimmy shake or something on the post fade, then chances are your defender might get stunned and you're gonna have a higher chance of hitting the shot. Now, Flashy Passer it does exactly what it is, okay? So Flashy Passer, after completing a flashy pass for an assist, both the passer and the scorer receive an additional boost to their takeover meters. Now, you can get takeover really quickly by throwing flashy passes. You can get your teammate takeover fast, and you can get yourself takeover pretty quick. For general, teammates receive an offensive attribute boost bonus when you're in the game. So pretty much if you're on the court, all your teammates are going to receive an attribute bonus to all their offensive stats based on what your floor general is. So if you have it on bronze, all your teammates are going to get a +1 boost to all their offensive stats. If you get it silver, +2, gold +3, Hall of Fame +4, and once you get it to Hall of Fame, you can see your teammates' percentage chance of hitting their shot while on offense. So let's say if I have the ball, or you're just on offense and you have floor general Hall of Fame, and you've got a pure sharp standing in the corner, it's going to say that your teammate has a 90% chance of hitting that shot. So you can pass it to them, they've got a 90% chance of hitting that shot. You don't tell them to shoot, and then I shoot, and it's got a high chance of going in. But same thing works if you guys are playing with a random and you're not sure if he can shoot in the corner or whatever, and it says he has a 5% chance of hitting in the corner, then chances are you probably shouldn't pass it to him in the corner because he has a 5% chance Now, handles for days reduces the amount of energy lost when performing dribble moves. Okay, this is a tier 1 dribbling badge. Not much to say about this. This is a must if you want to dribble. Lobster Passes helps improve the chance of completing successful alley-oops. Needle Threader increases the likelihood that tough passes can get by the defender. Pass Fake Maestro increase the effectiveness of pass fakes. Now, this is kind of an underrated badge in my opinion. Pass fakes become quicker and tighter, making them more useful in baiting the defense. Now, you can actually stun defenders with this Pass Fake Maestro. If you guys have Hall of Fame Pass Fake Maestro and you go for a pass fake, then a lot of the time your defender, even if it's not an AI, will sometimes 2K will make their player just freeze up a little bit. Also, your pass fakes are faster, so you can quickly do it and then move straight out of it. I think it's a very underrated badge. Post Spin Technician obviously improves the ability of a post spin or drive to work effectively. If you guys don't know, post spins are very effective in NBA 2K21. They're always an effective badge, especially if you have a high post moves and a high strength. You're going to be able to get past your defender very easily. Quick First Step provides more explosive first steps out of a triple threat and size ups. So pretty much if you guys do a size up drill move or you're in the triple threat, you want to get a huge speed boost. Okay, it launches you. Now, this is a 100%, Quick First Step is a 100% must on literally any playmaking build. Honestly, any build that needs to get to the paint or play offense, it's reliant on its speed and moving the ball, moving to get into scoring positions. You're going to want Quick First Step, okay? Quick First Step, in my opinion, is a 100% essential for anyone that's trying to score with the ball. The only people that Quick First Step is not essential for is like 100% spot up shooters if you're only trying to be a spot up shooter, or if you're a big. That's the only two reasons you don't want Quick First Step. Other than that, Quick First Step is 100% the biggest must dribbling badge in NBA 2K21. Now, Space Creator improves the ability to create space from a defender when performing step backs or a moving shot. There's a high chance that it creates separation from the opponent. So if you guys are any type of shot creator, or you're a sharpshooter, or you're a playmaker, anyone that's relying on step backs and those fading shots, moving shots, all those kinds of shots to actually get space from your defender and be able to hit the open shot, you don't want Space Creator, okay? Space Creator is also another very underrated badge that does not allow you to get open in NBA 2K21. Stop and Go improves your player's ability to start and stop with the ball. So pretty much you're going to get more like quick and unique animations when stopping and speeding up. So let's say you're running, you stop, your defender tries to stop to stay in front of you, and they may keep running a tiny bit, okay? It won't be significant, but they might keep running a little bit, and you might be able to go the other way even quicker, and then you're going to be able to get open for the shot or go into the driving lanes, that kind of stuff. So again, Stop and Go is a really underrated badge for people that are trying to get open that can't really dribble too well, or people that can dribble really well. Stop and Go is still a good badge. Tight handles improves on a player's ability to break down their defender. So this is kind of like an ankle breaker 2.0. It's just going to make your dribble moves faster. It's going to make just dribbling more enjoyable, okay? You're just going to dribble better. And then Unpluckable obviously reduces the chance to get stripped by the defender. So now, in my opinion, these are the badges that you would want to focus on if you are a dribbling player in NBA 2K21. If you were trying to dribble, break ankles, these are 100% the badges that I would focus on. So now for the rest of the video, we're going to break down which playmaking badges I recommend for you depending on what type of build you are. So if you're any build that's focusing on dribbling to score, I 100% think you guys need these animations. Well, if you've got that 86 ball control and like you're really trying to dribble to score, then I'd recommend these badges. However, if you're more of a slasher trying to get into scoring positions by dribbling and that kind of stuff, I would recommend doing something more like this, right? Because you have lower badges, I'd recommend prioritizing these kind of 4 badges. Unpluckable, much less, okay? Unpluckable just because you don't want to get stripped, but Stop and Go is going to improve your stop and go movements, okay? So if you're a slasher, Stop and Go I would think is very, very important for you, much more than handles for days and tight handles, because those badges are just going to help you if you're trying to really dribble. Like if you're not doing a lot of dribble moves and you're just trying to get into the lane, like if you're a slasher, stop and go is going to help you. Plus those animations, they're launching you and you're going to go a lot faster, you're going to be more explosive, it's going to be quicker. That's going to help you get into more contact dunk animations as well. Downhill is also going to increase your overall speed in transition, and if you're a slasher, that's very, very important because you want to be in transition and you want to be able to run the floor and dunk on everyone. Now, this might be a surprise to you. I'm kidding, okay? Quick first step should be in everyone's bag, okay? No matter what type of build you are, if you are under 6'8", 6'9", probably if you're under 6'10", you want quick first step as high as you can get it, okay? Quick first step is by far the greatest playmaking badge in NBA 2K21. It is a must because of the triple threats and size ups, you can run faster. There's no build that's going to rely on speed and stuff that doesn't utilize this badge. I promise you, okay? If you're not getting quick first step, then you may as well delete your my player. Now, when it comes to making your team better, that's obviously the job of a playmaker, okay? If you're trying to be a true playmaker, obviously most people use playmaking to get you drill moves and drill badges and stuff, and that's why I did that first. But if you're looking to prioritize your playmaking, I would look to these badges, okay? So this is based on tiers. Our tier 1 helping your team out is Diamond and Floor General. If you only want to put a couple badges on your playmaking and helping your team get better, I would put them on Diamond and Floor General, okay? Obviously, Floor General Hall of Fame is an absolute different animal. That's why it's a tier 1. But if you don't get the Floor General Hall of Fame, I would recommend prioritizing Diamond. So if you're limited on playmaking badges, I would go Diamond. If you got opportunities to get Floor General Hall of Fame, I would definitely go for Floor General Hall of Fame. But if you could only get it to gold, I really wouldn't prioritize it near as much. But because the advantage of you being able to see your teammates' percentages, that's why it's a tier 1 playmaking help badge, okay? So Diamond, obviously, it gives your teammates a percentage boost after catching the jump shot. That's incredibly useful. If you've got someone in the corner, if you've got your lockdown in the corner and you're dishing it to them of Diamond, they are going to thank you because they don't necessarily have the highest 3-point shots and they are relying on your Diamond to be able to hit the shot consistently in the corner. Now, moving on to the tier 2 helping badges, we have Lob City Passer, Bailout, Flashy Passer, and Needle Threader. Now, the reason that these are all tier 2 is because they're all fairly situational. I would question to put Bailout in the category above these. However, I still think it's a little situational. A lot of people like Bailout, as I said. However, to be honest, I think it's a little trivial if you just don't go for those passes. If you just don't go for the bad passes, then you don't need it. However, if you do want to go for the bad passes and you get stuck in bad situations a lot, then you might want Bailout. Now, let's go through these. So, Lob City Passes obviously don't help you throw alley-oops. Now, alley-oops are a huge asset to your team, especially if you're running a slasher. Don't sleep on alley-oops. They're not always a bad, fun pass, okay? They can be used effectively in NBA 2K21, and if you're using them right, Lob City Passes are going to help you go to those passes more effectively, and if you can get the passes effectively, lobs are definitely a viable option even in comp games in NBA 2K21. Now, Flashy Passer gives your players an additional takeover boost after completing a score with a flashy assist. Now, the reason this is so good, it doesn't necessarily give you a huge boost to your ability to actually make the flashy pass. However, if you can hit the shots of flashy pass, especially with Flashy Passer Hall of Fame, both you and the person you're passing the ball to will get takeover incredibly quickly. It only takes about 2 or 3 flashy passes to 3-pointers made to get takeover for pretty much any build. If you're a pure sharp and you've got someone passing you the ball with Hall of Fame Flashy Passer, then chances are it'll be 2 shots and you'll have takeover. You can get it very, very quickly. Now, Needle Threader, again, is another tier 2 badge. Increases the likelihood that tough passes can get by the defender. It gives a boost to additional players' passing ability. So all this really is just a badge that's actually giving you a true boost to normal passes. This means your passes are going to be faster, they're less likely to get stolen. All this kind of stuff is great. However, I'm not the type of person to really prioritize a badge like this. However, if you're noticing that a lot of your passes are getting stolen and you're getting frustrated, maybe try chuck on Needle Threader, and I'm sure your passes are much more likely to get through. But it's also going to help you like throw difficult passes to cutters. You guys know if you've got bad cutters on your team, and sometimes they just run directly in front of their opponent and they call for the ball at the wrong time, or you can't time it properly, then if you chuck on Needle Threader, you can get some glitchy passes. Now, as I already talked about Bailout, obviously Bailout, I question to put it in that tier above or that tier below. It really just depends how many bad passes and how many times you see yourself in the situation where you need Bailout. And now Break Starter is obviously helping your team out on offense. However, again, it's super situational, and that's why this is in the tier 3 category, being at bronze. Again, you need to do it so quickly after making the defensive rebound, and that means that it's only really useful for centers. That's the only time I would really chuck it on, and even then, if you're a center, I'm really not prioritizing Break Starter. Even chucking on a badge like Needle Threader, just have all your passes more accurate, to be honest, in my opinion, is a lot better. Even Dimer, if you're a center, going into the post, kicking out to the corners, kicking out to the shooters is going to be more effective. And chances are, if you're a center, you're not running a huge variety, like you don't have that many potential playmaking upgrades, so you're probably looking to playmaking badges like Post Spin and Dream Shake. And then we go into the last category of playmaking badges, and that's Dream Shake and Post Spin Technician. Now, obviously, these are incredibly situational type badges where unless you're a big man, you really wouldn't go for either. Maybe if you're trying to go for like a Kobe Melo build and you've got a really high post fadeaway and you're a guard, maybe you'd go for a Dream Shake. Okay, this can be a daily badge if used right on the post fadeaways. Post Spin Technician is an absolute monster of a badge. It's going to give you so many easy buckets. Post spins like one of the easiest moves to score. If you're a big man, you have high post moves, all that good stuff. So Post Spin Technician is definitely a viable badge that you should get if you're a center. But these badges are both tier 1 post badges, okay? They're the best post badges you can get as playmakers, but probably put Post Spin Technicians a little more effective than Dream Shake, to be honest. But that's up to you to decide based on your build. Now, if you're running a playmaking player that gets 30 playmaking badges, you can dribble, all that kind of stuff, I believe this is a very good spread for you, okay? If you're a point guard with 30 playmaking badges, because you're getting the Hall of Fame ankle breaker, which is obviously if you're able to dribble really good and you've got that high ball control, Hall of Fame ankle breaker is a must, okay? You want those ankle breakers. Hall of Fame Diamond, Hall of Fame Floor General. I feel like it's your responsibility if you are a playmaker with 30 badges just to help out your team. If you're not, you're really just a selfish player, to be honest. Handles for days obviously is going to reduce the amount of energy lost when performing dribble moves, which is 100% a must in NBA 2K21. You're going to want to, like, 2K21, you lose stamina so quickly, so you don't want Handles for Days Hall of Fame if you're trying to dribble at all. Lob City Passer Bronze is just going to help you make them Lob City passes, because you don't want to throw them every once in a while. Same as Needle Threader, it's just going to help your passes out just a little bit. So not something exactly you want to prioritize too much, but you may as well chuck it in there and get the nice little bonus on your passing. Quick First Step, Hall of Fame, obviously is a must. You want to be as fast as you can, explosive as you can out of triple threats and size ups, especially if you're dribbling. Stop and Go Silver, in my opinion, gives you a nice variety of animation speed. Those stop and go animations can be really useful, and you may not even notice how much you actually use them. And, if you're out of stamina or whatever, you want to quickly stop, and then you can go again. It's just a nice move to have. Tight Handles Gold and Unpluckable Gold, obviously, dribble better, break down your defender, and you're less likely to get stolen from. That's why I really, really like this spread right here. Now, if you're not exactly a great playmaker or whatever, you don't have crazy drill moves, and you still got a bit of playmaking badges, this is kind of a setup I would really more look to. As you guys notice, this is like for a player that doesn't get Hall of Fame playmaking badges. That Gold Dimer, Gold Handles for Days, Gold Quick First Step, Silver Unpluckable, Tight Handles Silver, Silver Stop and Go, Bronze Needle Threader, Bronze Bailout. I think this is just a really good spread. As you're fast, you can still dribble a little bit, you've still got a bit of stamina, or maybe if you don't dribble at all, then you'd probably like chuck these two down and maybe check on like downhill or something like that. or if you're more of like a slasher or like a step back kind of person, someone that's relying on the step back, maybe space creator, you guys could just get creative with it. Okay, now that you understand what all the badges do, I'm sure you've watched the video all the way through. Now that you understand what the badges do, you're gonna be able to really choose your badges effectively based on the way you want to play. But either way, guys, if you guys enjoy the video, please smash that like and subscribe button. That's all from me. If you have any questions, just comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. And I'm out. See ya.